Hello, everyone. In this episode, it's a special edition of our 2025 A-List, which includes the best of 2025
and the worst of 2025. And we'll also go into our most anticipated movies of 2026.
Let's go!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And welcome to the first episode in 2026
Yes.
of the A-List Admission.
Yes, and we're filming this on New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year in advance.
Yes, happy New Year. Yeah, when this comes out, it'll be, I think, the 5th. I could be wrong, in that range. But yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. Happy or merry belated Christmas. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully your holidays was great. Hopefully you got all got time off from work. If you are new to the podcast, as it is a new year, I'm Ricardo.
I'm Cheyenne.
And this podcast is all about your casual viewings of new releases the Tuesday after. So that way you get a jump start on the discounted Tuesday movies, or if you wanted to know what was the best movie that we watched the week prior.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, the reason why we're doing the recap episode this week is because there was no new movies. The one movie we did talk about maybe going to go see was Is This Thing On, right? There was not really a lot of showings for us, so we didn't end up going, and it is limited. So yeah, no, we're going to recap every movie that we watched this year, tell you what our best is, which is what we're calling the A-List, thus the title. And then we're also going to go through our worsts. We're also going to go through the most anticipated movies of the year, and then talk about the year in review for us, and then what we're excited for next this year in podcast stuff.
So in movies that were released in 2025, we actually were able to watch 119 movies, which is incredible. For us, I think it's great. Overall, technically, we have reviewed 121 movies in the first year of the podcast because the first two were released on like the last day or two of 2024. So we had some movies to review at the start of 2025.
So, do you want to go over all the movies we watched this year, include all 121?
Yes, and we're going to tell you the month, and then we'll tell you the movies, kind of like rapid fire style. So there won't be any posters or anything, it's just going to be names.
Yeah, just because 121 posters is going to be a lot to post on screen. But
but it's fun.
Feel free if you want to see the posters, either Google them, or if you want to go back through all 52 episodes of the podcast and just look through the thumbnails, you'll see all the movies we reviewed.
Or on our letterbox, there are movie posters for every single title that we have reviewed, and it's on our diary on that app.
Bang, she took the words right out of my mouth.
Perfect.
All right, cool.
Okay,
so we'll go back and forth.
Okay, I'll kick it off. So December 2024, it was Nosferatu.
And then it was Baby Girl.
And then in January, we had A Complete Unknown.
Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
Den of Thieves 2, Pantera.
Young Werther.
Better Man.
Wolfman.
One of Them Days.
The Last Showgirl.
The Room Next Door.
Flight Risk.
Presents.
Companion.
And Dogman.
Woo! Okay, so in February, we watched Love Hurts.
Hard Eyes.
Captain America, Brave New World.
Paddington in Peru.
The Monkey.
And Last Breath.
All right. And so in March, we started March with... Sorry, we're scrolling through to get them all. Mickey 17.
Night of the Zoopocalypse.
Seven Veils.
Black Bag.
Novocaine.
Opus.
Snow White.
The Alto Knights.
The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie.
Death of a Unicorn.
The Woman in the Yard.
And A Working Man.
Oh, okay, cool. So in April, we watched a Minecraft movie.
Freaky Tales.
Warfare.
The Amateur.
Drop.
Sinners.
Until Dawn.
The Accountant 2.
And The Legend of Ochi.
And in May, it was Thunderbolts.
Clown in a Cornfield.
Fight or Flight.
Shadow Force.
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Lilo and Stitch.
Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
Bring Her Back.
And Karate Kid Legends.
All right, then in June, we have Ballerina.
Dangerous Animals.
The Phoenician Scheme.
The Life of Chuck.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Materialists.
28 Years Later.
Elio.
F1.
And Megan 2.0.
Then in July, we kick it off with Jurassic World Rebirth.
Superman.
Eddington.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Smurfs.
The Fantastic Four, First Steps.
And Together.
Cool. So in August, we watched The Naked Gun.
The Bad Guys 2.
Freakier Friday.
Weapons.
Nobody 2.
Honey Don't.
Relay.
And Caught Stealing.
All right. And then in September, we watched The Toxic Avenger.
The Roses.
The Conjuring, Last Rites.
The Long Walk.
Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues.
Him.
A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
The Strangers Chapter 2.
Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie.
And One Battle After Another.
Perfect. All right, and then in October, we watched The Smashing Machine.
Tron Ares.
Roofman.
Black Phone 2.
Good Fortune.
Shelby Oaks.
Regretting You.
After the Hunt.
Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere.
And November, we have Begonia.
Predator Badlands.
Christie.
Die My Love.
Nuremberg.
The Running Man.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Keeper.
Frankenstein.
Wicked for Good.
Sisu, Road to Revenge.
Rental Family.
Eternity.
And Zootopia 2.
And last but certainly not least, we have December, which is Hamnet.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Ella McKay.
Wake Up Dead Man.
Avatar, Fire and Ash.
The Housemaid.
The SpongeBob Movie, Search for SquarePants.
Song Sung Blue.
Marty Supreme.
And last but not least, we have Anaconda.
Oh,
That's a lot of movies.
it's weird because while we're reading out the names, I'm like, man, this list actually is so long.
Mm-hmm. And I should also say, of all of these movies, 2 of them were on Netflix.
Yeah,
They were Netflix / released in theaters, except for the Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Foul. That was straight to Netflix, but it was a new release, so we did include that.
Yeah, the beginning of the year we did 2 episodes, and it was the review of the ones we watched at the end of the year of 2024, and then A Complete Unknown, and then it was Wallace and Gromit, just to kickstart the episode, and then it was a Get to Know Us episode as well.
Okay, so we went through a lot.
Too much.
Yeah, we do have our lists. At least for mine, it's a top 5. I have them rated 1 to 5.
I did the same.
Okay. And we do have honorable mentions. I said I'm going to do up to 10 because honorable mentions, I'm like, there's a lot of actually really good ones that deserve a note from me.
So before we started, Cheyenne's like, oh, I did 10 honorable mentions. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 10 honorable mentions as well to keep it on theme. So both of us have a top 5 for best and 10 honorable mentions.
Okay. And then yours are in order as well? For the top 5.
Yeah.
And then bottom 5, we do have, obviously, it's going to be in order for bottom 5 as well. And then any honorable mentions, again, up to 10.
Yeah, I also did 10 on those too. So
all right.
What we're going to do is, because this is our top 5, this is what we're going to call the A list.
Yeah.
Right? Because as the title of the whole podcast is, this is the A-list admission. We're admitting the top 5 movies of 2025 into the list of 2025.
Yep.
Cool. So Cheyenne's going to start her list, and then I'll do my list, and then we'll go through our honorable mentions as well afterwards. Cool.
So my top 5 is number 1, The Life of Chuck. Number 2, Better Man. Number 3, Jurassic World Rebirth. Number 4, Sinners. And number 5, The Long Walk.
Perfect. So funny enough, same movies, just in different orders.
So I don't know his worst. I knew his best because once he had told me, I'm like, we have the same 5 movies, but they're completely flipped.
They're jumbled.
Yeah.
They're
Okay. Anyway, what are yours?
My number 1 was The Long Walk. My number 2 was Jurassic World Rebirth. My number 3 was Life of Chuck. Number 4 was Sinners, and number 5 was Better Man. Now, do you want to talk through our top 5 first before we go into our honorable
Yeah,
mentions?
for sure.
Okay,
So number 4 is Sinners for both of us.
Yes,
funny
I
enough.
agree.
I am shocked that you put Long Walk so high
Really?
because you raved about Sinners and Jurassic World.
Oh, I'm not saying that. So Sinners, I think, is the best horror movie of the year.
I wasn't thinking horror, but just in general. It's fantastic movie.
Yes. So I should say, like, the fact that we've agreed on at least a top 5 with these 5 movies in it says this should be very apparent that these are the 5 best movies, and we've agreed, right? Whether in whatever
unintentionally,
order.
So that proves.
Yeah,
proves it.
I did my list before Cheyenne did her list, and she didn't look at my list at all. She just did her list. I truly do think that any one of these 5 movies are your tops of the year.
But I will say it was very easy for me to pick 1 through 5.
It took me a bit.
Yours, Long Walk, I think you like more because of the brotherly bonding too.
But they're not brothers.
No.
So the reason why I like The Long Walk, and now we can spoil it because now this has come out a little while now, is, to me, it was the relationship between the main 2 characters, right? I don't even remember their names.
No,
anymore,
me neither.
But it was their relationship, talking through the entire thing, pushing each other, and because the Long Walk is a very boring premise. Like when you put it into words that these 52 kids are going to walk as long as they can, and then the one who lives is the one that survives the longest.
I know.
It's a very boring premise.
And
how are you going to keep this up?
Exactly. No, I didn't think they would at all. And even with the ending, like he sacrifices himself for his friend.
Dude, like
that's why I'm like, it reminds me of like a brotherly bond, though, which is why I think you rated it so high.
To me, it was just the moments of humanity in this very inhumane test, and like. To me, it was so much so, like, I didn't cry just once or twice. I ended up, like, perpetually crying. Like, when, and I can't believe something Hoffman, right? Because it was the main character's name, or the actor's name. When he saw his mom in the thing, I was crying. When
you cried a lot.
When Ben Wang died, I cried. And there were so many characters.
But like,
it was
Hoffman. It's because it's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Big.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there was so many moments that I felt so much humanity because it's just these kids fighting to stay alive. You know, very unjust world, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Now, which movie did you put on number one? I forgot.
The Life of Chuck. Mine is For Good Reason. It's a brilliant movie. It was one of the few movies that I could not worry about the time, the length of the movie. I was just watching the movie and I was so entranced and just felt enveloped by the story. Very unique. Stephen King once again pulled it off so well. I want to read the novella that it comes from. I just really, really enjoyed it. Like, I didn't want it to end, and I was so engrossed by it. I just was obsessed. I thought the acting was superb. I felt heartwarmed and like heartbroken when I watched it. And it's an excellent sci-fi. And I hate saying sci-fi because so many people are just so stereotypical with like, oh, aliens or space or whatever. But this is so much more than just sci-fi. I loved it so much.
I think the movie resembles itself so well when you hear "I contain multitudes."
Yeah.
Right. That movie is so earth-shattering and self-reflection, right? Like it's so much pride in the multifaceted person that is yourself that I fell in love with it too. I know it's in my top 3. I think the only reason why I dropped so low in this solely is because of how much, when I think of the amount of emotion I had, was my top 2 just had a more emotion. But that's truly
Jurassic had emotion for you?
Oh, because it was nostalgia. Like, okay, if we go into my second one, Jurassic World Rebirth was phenomenal. I think there was little bits of it that I thought were phenomenal. I really like Jonathan Bailey, and then for him to have the emotional response of getting to play in the orchestra.
Oh no, the movie's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. It wasn't my top, obviously, but like I still rated it.
You rated third.
Yeah, I rated it third. So
I rated it second.
The other ones we did talk about briefly too. So then Better Man.
Better Man we've been talking about all year.
For me, it was a toss-up between Better Man and The Life of Chuck as my number one. But then Life of Chuck, there was just a lot more depth to it. And I'm like, you know what? It does deserve the top spot. But that was a hard sell for me because I thought Better Man was brilliant. And I am such a beyond huge fan of Robbie Williams now. I already liked some of his music, but now I like him and his career and his artistry so much more thanks to that movie.
For Better Man specifically? No, Better Man I think was the best. Even if we go about like genre, keeping them in their genre, it was the best biopic of the year. Like, hands down. Like, it didn't even get close.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
I mean, A Complete Unknown was close.
No. To me, it wasn't.
Well, it was great, but...
It was phenomenal. I'm not arguing that it wasn't phenomenal. But to me, Song Sung Blue also did the same. Where I was so engrossed in the story that even the music was so secondhand to me. The biopic of it all was what I loved about it. Right?
Okay.
But, like, I think, for me, the reason why Better Man got number 5 was... By the end of it, yeah, it was a great jumping off point for the year, but it wasn't, to me, it was like, I can think of movies that were more emotional than that to me, and that invoked a more emotional response. I cried in Better Man. I'm not saying I didn't, but I'm just, Sinners to me was one of those movies where I'm like, oh, that's a movie I want to see again. And even though we didn't end up seeing it again, I was like, man, when can I see that movie again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still talking about it with people today. Like Sinners was groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ryan Coogler outdid himself with this, and I know that he's done an amazing work with both Black Panther movies as well. But like, I think Sinners is going to be the testament of Ryan Coogler for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job. Haley Steinfeld did a phenomenal job. I'm really bad with names for actors right now.
But
okay. Even the gentleman that played the guitar was phenomenal.
They were all great.
They were so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sinners is going to be, to me, the horror movie that I'll think about for years to come. I think it's really good.
It's funny because I don't really think of it like a horror. It's vampires, but not.
Vampires is horror.
I know, it just wasn't horror. It wasn't scary. So like,
no. But horror and scary to me don't mean the same anymore because I don't get scared by much of the horror movies.
Huh.
The only one that got me scared this year at one point for like 2 seconds was Weapons, because Aunt Gladys scared the shit out of me in that basement for 1 second of it.
Yeah.
But none of the movies scared me.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about even like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of other horror movies that we saw this year. I can't even think of anyone that is like remotely close to that.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I think Sinners is going to be the best horror movie that we've seen for years to come. I think that and Weapons.
I liked Bring Her Back. I thought that was decent.
Bring Her Back,
but no, like years to come one. I mean, Sinners will, because it's so well known. I probably won't think of it in a few years to come.
I think it'll be the best horror movie from here out for a while.
I'm still partial to Smile too.
Smile 2 was good at subverting expectation, but I think Sinners is that movie that is like, wow. One, even though it was longer, it didn't feel like it every moment of it was important.
Didn't we see it twice?
No, we saw it once.
I thought we were going to see it twice. Maybe, I don't know.
We tried to see it twice.
Okay, so you want to flip the script. Do you want to do your honorable mentions first?
Okay,
and then
sure.
I'll do mine?
Some of the ones I mentioned, Cheyenne is also mentioned, so we'll probably be
this is a
repeating.
mixed up one too.
Yeah, so in no particular order, all my honorable mentions are Avatar: Fire and Ash, Song Sung Blue, Eternity, Weapons, Superman, Thunderbolts, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, Rental Family, Mickey 17, and Novocaine.
Whoa, that was way too fast.
Fair. Okay, I'll go break down all of them quick, but so Avatar: Fire and Ash, to me, we've talked about it enough where the CGI was phenomenal, and I think the story, though it lacks more compared to the other ones, I think it is still one of the better ones this year. When it comes to biopics, like I said, Song Sung Blue was just a third option to me. The only reason why I didn't put a complete unknown is because I saw it was on Cheyenne's honorable mentions, and so I didn't. I was like,
that's okay.
I figured if we were going to talk about all of them, it'd be redundant for me to go, oh yeah, your list is the same as mine.
I mean, we did with the best.
Yes, but that was different because that was the best. I figured we needed to talk about those. But this
is his own list. I should
Song
say.
Sung Blue is still really good, and I think that it's gonna be well known enough. But like, I think it should be said that it is really good. Eternity, man, to me this was the love movie of the year. I think for romance, this one touched me very, very close to My Life with Cheyenne, and this is a movie I'm gonna love for the rest of my life. Weapons, like I said, was a second best in horror. It was the one movie that fucking got me at a jump scare. But I love how crass and jokey but serious that movie was. Superman, I thought, was a beautiful jumping off point for the DC universe. There's things I would have changed about it, but I think it is really good to start off at. Thunderbolts was the best Marvel movie all year, hands down, no question. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, I thought was good, especially for Looney Tunes kind of going back at it again. And we were both really excited for how well it was and how funny it was. And I'm excited for Acme and Coyote that's going to come out next year as well. So this kind of reminded me of that. Rental Family I thought was brilliant, especially for a Brendan Fraser movie. That's amazing. He does a phenomenal job nowadays. But I like the humanity in Rental Family. Mickey 17, I just love the sci-fi of it all and like the otherworldliness. And I just love Novocaine for how funny it was with the added punch of he can't feel a damn thing. It was a nice little action comedy movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. So you want to go through your honorable mentions?
Sure. Okay. And again, for mine, in no particular order, it's A Complete Unknown, Weapons, Avatar Fire and Ash, Mickey 17, Novocaine, Freakier Friday, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, Thunderbolts, Last Breath, and Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I'm not going to talk about all of these because Ricky talked about a chunk of them, but A Complete Unknown, Bob Dylan movie. It was fantastic, and I don't really like Bob Dylan, but I loved the movie. Thought it was great. I'm actually very surprised that Mickey 17 is not on your top 5. Because at the time of seeing it, you absolutely said it was going to be in your top 5. So I'm very curious as to why.
Oh, I can go into it after. But
okay, Freakier Friday, I added because it honestly was such a fun sequel to an already good movie, and they made it great. So I was really happy with that. Last Breath, I thought was a brilliant true story movie. And I don't usually like these type of true story movies, but it definitely kept my attention the entire time. And then Now You See Me, Now You Don't, because it's nostalgia. Not necessarily the best movie. Again, honorable mention. Magician stuff, gotta love it.
Cool. Anything else you want to talk about in your honorable mentions? Any comments or anything like that? I know I talked a lot, but
no.
Cool.
Everything else is there for a reason. It was all really good.
Yeah. So to answer your question about Mickey 17, so I really liked Mickey 17. I think Robert Pattinson did a phenomenal job. I think Mark Ruffalo did a great job at being the villain, and the idea of cloning and all that stuff I thought was great. The thing is that by the end of the year, it was a movie that I'm like, I don't remember all that much.
Oh, see, I remember a lot of it.
I remember it, but it's a movie that I think it got overshadowed by movies that I cared about way more.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I'm not saying it wasn't a great movie. I can point at a couple, like more than 5 movies that I thought were way better than that movie.
Interesting. Yeah, because you were obsessed with that movie.
Like even if we just go by my number 1 pick, which is The Long Walk, I thought The Long Walk was a way more captivating with a much simpler premise. I thought the fact that they can make a walking movie that entertaining was incredible. And then with Better Man, but with being my number 5, I can't believe I fell in love with an artist in a way that I did not care or even know about it. I didn't even know Robbie Williams existed before that movie.
Yeah, I knew he did. I knew of him.
Well, you're British background, so it makes more sense.
No, actually, my parents don't know him at all.
Fair, but I don't know. To me, it made more sense that you would know him versus me. But yeah, no, it was just the fact that a person I didn't know existed and honestly thought they just misspelled Robin Williams, became someone we almost listened to at one point daily. Like was incredible to me. So anything in between didn't make sense for me to put Mickey 17.
Okay, do you want to start out your list this time with bottom 5? So this is not the A list. This is the B list.
Oh, this is like
I meant
Z
B
list.
as in boo.
Boo. All right, so this is the worst for me of 2025. So my number 1 worst is Hurry Up Tomorrow. Number 2 was Die My Love. Number 3, The Strangers, Chapter 2. Number 4 was The Alternate, and number 5 was Honey Don't. All right, so what was your worst 5?
Okay, my bottom 5 of 2025 is number 1, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Number 2, Die My Love. Number 3, Sisu Road to Revenge. Number 4, Honey Don't. And number 5, The Alto Nights. So we're almost identical because Strangers Chapter 2 is in my honorable mentions.
And but Sisu 2 is in my honorable mentions.
Yeah. So do you want to explain your 5s then?
Sure. So I'll pick the one that's different first. We'll go through there. So number 3 for me was The Strangers Chapter 2. The reason why it ended up being so high on my list for how bad it was because this movie was pointless. And I mean that in the simplest way. Like The Strangers Chapter 1 was needed for you understanding the characters, for you understanding what happened that was bad to her, and then by the end she escapes. Boom, right? Chapters 2, she's in a hospital, and is not captured again for the entire fucking movie. And the only thing we learn at all was the background on one of the killers. But like, I didn't need the background on one of the killers. She never got recaptured again. Nothing important happened.
No, I know.
Literally nothing important happened.
You're right. And they're making a third one.
And that's what I mean. It's like, this was, like, I understand why they needed a beginning and an end. I really do understand that. The shit in the middle, like this was a middle movie that was like, we could have skipped this. This wasn't important at all.
No.
And so that's why I'm like, it needed to make the list.
Yeah.
And the reason why Sisu didn't make my list, but it was like the first honorable mention on mine, was because Sisu was really, really bad. But because I know I hadn't watched the first one, I was like, I wonder if I would have cared about this movie more had I seen the first one.
Fair.
That was my only reasoning for not putting it on the list. Cheyenne is going to say, but okay, we'll talk about Sisu then.
Okay. Do you want me to talk about the other 4?
Well, we'll talk about the other 4 after. Just talk about Sisu.
Oh,
first.
Sisu was trash.
Why it was on your list, not mine?
It was the most boring movie I've seen in the last probably 5 years. I thought it was so boring. Again, we didn't see the first one. I did watch some recaps and whatnot because it was a very last minute availability that we were able to go see it. So we didn't get a chance to see the first one. So for me, I was just like, okay, watch a recap, get the gist of the movie. Sure. Is that the best way to go about it? Heck no. But I have seen first movies first that were awful, saw the second one, liked it, and flipped it, and it was fine. This one, I don't even think I would enjoy the first one. Actually, I know I wouldn't enjoy the first one because I didn't like the story. It was not enough dialogue. It wasn't fun. It wasn't entertaining, and it was very boring. Flat out.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, but I know I'm really happy that we agreed on number 1, Hurry Up Tomorrow.
We agreed for the first 2.
What do you mean?
I got Die My Love as number 2 as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so the first 2 we agreed on, and it's not even close.
It's not.
You go for Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Wow, that is an ass movie. That is so bad. No offense to The Weeknd, stick to singing. Please don't ever act again because I'm sorry. You're crying, laying down in your bed, singing one of your songs in the midst of you being tortured by Jenna Ortega. It's not selling your album that well, bud. And I'm sorry. Just don't do it.
I get the symbolism of it all, but to me, it was just
so many people in our audience were laughing at the scenes that you should have not been laughing.
I agree. This movie was kind of a joke.
It was a literal joke. I want to hear comments about what y'all thought of this because I know we did not like it and we were left that is the biggest waste of my time and money.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think I don't really care for remembering any parts of this movie.
I remember too much.
But
that's
I
why.
also don't care for that movie at all. It was just one of those things where even in Hurry Up Tomorrow where he's crying one night and then the next he's like, leave me alone. I didn't understand any of it. I really didn't. It was this weird the story didn't make any sense to me. The introduction, I knew the music was going to be in it because it was named after the album, but it was it just, none of it made sense to me.
I will say, very ironically, there's one pro, is that there's a song that I never heard of his before. That was actually very good in this movie. So I'll give him credit for that. But again, it's based off the song, not off the movie. So don't act, please, to save humanity. Yeah. But Die My Love, what do you, obviously?
Yeah, so Die My Love, I just was confused. I knew that it was all about postpartum depression, but it was one of those things where, one, I can't relate. Me and Cheyenne can't relate. We don't have kids. Cheyenne hasn't gone through pregnancy, none of that. But at the same time, I just felt like it was watching a woman spin into despair, and then it was nothing. What she was doing was getting better, and I didn't see an end to this movie really. And even when she killed herself in the forest, I was like, oh, okay. None of this movie left me satisfied. There was way too much nudity for nudity's sake, and I get that part of that was to show how crazy she got, but I didn't think it was really needed. And apart from the acting themselves, because I thought the acting was phenomenal, but it was just a movie. I was just kind of at the end going, okay, question mark. I didn't know what to think of it. Yeah. Why did you put it on number 2?
Same reason. It just wasn't good. It made no sense. Same with Honey Don't. They both made no sense. There was just, the story was lacking, at least for me. And then obviously the Also Nights.
Okay, so Honey Don't, the reason why it's number 5 on my list versus 4 was there was some redeeming qualities of Honey Don't. It's just the story that was so bad.
Yeah.
I think the story is what fucked it, but everything else I thought was really good. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought the acting was really good. Mind you, Chris Evans I thought was a weird input there, but apart from that, I thought it was fine. Just the story didn't make any sense.
No.
And then the Alternates,
very boring.
Robert De Niro sucked at acting in that movie, and him playing 2 different characters made it worse.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
All right, you go through your
Yes.
honorable mentions. and I'll go through mine.
So again, I did 10 in no particular order, but I will say one of them is one of the ones we saw in December of 2024, and that is Nosferatu. Then it was Dangerous Animals, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, The Legend of Ochi, The Strangers Chapter 2, Him, Eddington, Freaky Tales, Opus, and Night of the Zoopocalypse. I'll just really quickly go through this. Nosferatu, I do not like that director's movies, to be quite honest.
Robert Eggers is the
Thank
director.
you, Robert Eggers. I'm just not the right person for his symbolism. I just don't get it. Dangerous Animals had me like, oh, this is like, decent. The story prior to seeing it, I was like, oh, this could be really good because I love shark movies. The ending absolutely crushes it, like screws up the whole movie with this CGI shark in the air. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Springsteen, very boring. We both fell asleep for part of it. And when we woke up, we're like, oh, this music's so relaxing to just fall asleep to. The acting, though, supreme. It was very excellent acting. Legend of Ochi, I never once liked this movie. I wasn't looking forward to it when I saw the trailer, and it exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was. Strangers Chapter 2, Ricky said it. Him, very boring. I was very disappointed with that movie. Eddington, also very boring. Freaky Tales, boring, made no sense. Opus, boring. Night of the Zoopocalypse, that was a whole other issue because way back when we saw it, I was very against it. I thought it was the worst cartoon ever. I would definitely rewatch it just to see, but it is on my honorable mentions as one of the worst because for me this year it was one of the worst.
All right, cool. So my honorable mentions list is Sisu Road to Revenge, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, Eddington, Him, Megan 2.0, Dangerous Animals, Freaky Tales, Opus, A Working Man, and The Monkey.
Okay.
So I also, same idea with Cheyenne. I know she put some on her list that would also have made mine, but I wanted to keep it a little bit different. But just to go over some of them, not all of them, we talked about Sisu. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Yeah. Like of all the biopics of the year, not my favorite. Eddington, man, the cast was so good, and that movie is just fucking terrible.
Boring,
like it was just, I was waiting for it to be over. Him, it's a Jordan Peele produced movie, I know, but like
that's why we were so excited.
So
and it wasn't
excited, and it was so convolutedly annoying.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with it. Megan 3 ruined the character
it's
of
not
Megan.
Megan 3.
Sorry, Megan 2, sorry.
Megan 2.0.
It's Megan 2. It's Megan 2. It ruined the character of Megan. Like, you created her from a horror character to an anti-hero, and we did not need it. Cheyenne said Dangerous Animals already. Freaky Tales. Opus. A Working Man. It's fine of a movie. It's just a Jason Statham movie. So some movies are really good. Like Beekeeper last year was phenomenal. This movie was just like, I'm tired of seeing him just get a new occupation and then just kill everyone.
Same as Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's movie was one of our worst movies.
I know. I don't like his movies either. I'm just saying this was better than a Liam Neeson movie for me.
I agree, but like it's still. That's why. Anyway, and then The Monkey was very disappointing to me because it was a Stephen King novel that it was made thing, and I liked the idea that the monkey was going to control something bad happening. The execution of that movie was terrible.
It was. It really was
terrible.
Okay, so then to kind of finish all the tops and bottoms, honorable mentions and stuff, for me, my number one movie for the 2025 A-list is The Life of Chuck.
Okay, and then my number one movie of the 2025 A-list is The Long Walk.
All of the 5 are excellent movies. If we average it out, Life of Chuck still wins at number 1.
And then Sinners, I think, ends up being at number 5. But like,
yeah, because like Long Walk's my 5th, his first, so it kind of meets in the middle. It's a whole thing if we average it out, which is why I wanted to separate them. But at the end of the day, all 5 movies are well worth watching. All of the honorable mentions are worth watching. They're all great for different reasons. We just had to narrow it down. And it was very hard out of 120 movies or 121 movies.
Yeah, and then our worst of the year for me was, and actually for the both of us, was Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Yeah. Hurry Up Tomorrow is the worst movie for us of 2025. It is trash.
Yeah. It was
no shade
brutal.
on The Weeknd or Jenna Ortega or Barry Keoghan. The music was fine if you like The Weeknd's music.
We're indifferent to it.
If you want a good laugh, watch it. It's trash. Absolute
bad.
shit-ass trash.
Bad. The only one I can think that's maybe worse, but we didn't even really watch it, was Skill House. And
What?
Skill House.
Was it called Skill House?
Yes, I double checked it.
The Hype House Killer movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, if we could put it in our list, we would. We left after about 10 minutes. Because it
wasn't really a movie even.
Bad. No, it wasn't.
Anyway, Hurry Up, Tomorrow's the Worst. Just saying.
Okay, and with that, first, before we go into our most anticipated of 2026, I just personally want to thank you all for listening and watching us talk about all these 121 movies over the year.
Oh, man.
It's been amazing doing all these reviews and seeing all these movies that probably 2/3 we never would have seen if it hadn't been for this podcast.
1,000%.
Yeah, and we're excited to see what 2026 is going to have.
Yeah, and then also, like, even the 121 movies isn't talking about some of the fan flicks we watched, isn't talking about some
festive flicks, Halloween movies, yeah.
Or even, like, we talked about Jaws for the anniversary, and we talked about Back to the Future for its anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
And
Did We Knows, trivia,
all the things. So many things. But, yeah, so we're going to talk about now some of the movies that we're just super excited for about 2026. Do you want me to start it then?
Let's do like 5 at a time.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and then we can get into if they're mutual or not.
Sounds good. I like that idea. So
sure, I'll start. So the first 5, these are in no particular order. These are just our most anticipated movies of 2026 that we're most excited for. Avengers Doomsday, Michael, Spider-Man Brand New Day, The Odyssey, and Shrek 5.
So we'll start with those 5. Do you want to talk about each one or 5? Those 5 first before we go into the other ones?
Oh, sure, if you want. So for me, I'm excited for all 5 of these.
I completely agree.
Shrek 5, I'm actually still a little on the fence about, only because of the animation. I hope they fix it to some degree like they did for Sonic, because I'm not liking the vibe of how it looks right now.
I don't know how much they're going to fix. But,
me neither. But again, these are in no particular order. Avengers Doomsday, so freaking stoked to see Doctor Doom. Such a huge fan of Doctor Doom. Michael, for me, obviously I've been waiting years for a Michael Jackson biopic, and I found out this is just part 1. They're actually making a part 2, which is even going to be more amazing. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson, so I'm very, very excited. Spider-Man Brand New Day, gonna be great. As always, I expect nothing less. The Odyssey, same thing. I expect nothing less with Christopher Nolan. So yeah, I have no qualms about any of these 5.
Avengers Doomsday, for me, I'm just excited because I love a Marvel movie. Same thing with Spider-Man Brand New Day. For me, Spider-Man is the one I'm a little bit more excited for, but just because I love Spider-Man so much. The Odyssey, I'm excited for, but I'm cautiously excited for, just solely because I don't know how... the Odyssey, to me, is just going to be maybe a little bit more on the boring side for a Christopher Nolan movie in particular.
You could say the same about Oppenheimer.
Valid. Oppenheimer is not one of my favorites for Christopher Nolan movies, so I agree with that. So... I'm excited to see what happens. I trust Christopher Nolan enough that it works really well. Michael, I'm excited for because, one, I want to learn more about Michael's backstory and his history, but also I fucking love his music. His music is phenomenal. And like Sharon said, Shrek 5, I'm excited about it, but I'm cautiously excited about it.
Yeah.
Cool. So the next 5 movies we're going to talk about is The Mandalorian and Grogu, The Cat in the Hat, The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender, Minions 3, and Project Hail Mary. For me in particular, so The Mandalorian and Grogu, Star Wars, man. We've watched all of the seasons of the show, every spin-off of the show, all of it. And so the fact that it's all culminating into one thing, I'm super, super fucking excited for. The Cat in the Hat, me and Cheyenne both love the live action Cat in the Hat movie, and so
the cartoon Grinch movie too.
Yes, so if it kind of mixes the worlds like that, I can't help but be excited, and I love Bill Hader. So the fact that he's voicing the cat, makes me excited. I really don't think I need to ever explain why I fucking love The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. I'm wearing an Avatar The Last Airbender t-shirt or sweater, not on purpose. It was just the one sweater I picked out. But yeah, I'm so beyond excited for this. Minions 3, Cheyenne's more excited for this than I am, but that's not me saying that I don't want another Minions movie. Cheyenne's going to be more excited for both, actually. Project Hail Mary, I loved The Martian. Cheyenne loved The Martian. If it even touches the same kind of realm as that, this will be a great movie, and I'm excited for that too.
All right. So I should preface that I wrote almost all the movies down on this except for 4 of them, because the last 4 I am not excited for, whereas Ricky is. And so some of these in the list, I will tell you if I'm not that excited. One of them being The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. I am not that excited. I will see it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I am not excited. I'm not as big of a fan as you are, or nor do I want to be. I'm fine with that. But The Mandalorian Grogu, very freaking excited. Cat in the Hat, beyond excited. Not even because of Bill Hader, just freaking love Dr. Seuss, anything. Minions 3, obviously it's Minions. I don't need to go any further. Project Hail Mary. I love Andy Weir. I love his books. I have read Artemis and I've read The Martian. Both are brilliant, brilliant books. I own Project Hail Mary. I have not read it. My goal for the new year is to read it before it does come out in theaters, because I actually don't remember when it comes out.
Me neither. It'll be on the screen, but
really hope that it comes out in time for me to read the book and find where I put the book, because I have it in either a to-be-read box or it's in my closet. But of those 5 movies, probably The Cat in the Hat most excited. But they're all going to be great. They are all going to be great. I put Project Hail Mary on there just because I'm looking forward to a sci-fi movie. Project Hail Mary, not necessarily, but I do like the idea that an astronaut wakes up finding out he has to save the world, essentially.
For sure. And kind of like Cheyenne said, I'm not as excited as for Minions 3 as Cheyenne is. I can already tell you. But yeah, I'm just curious about all these movies.
Okay, we have 8 left, so we'll do 4 and 4. The next 4 are Disclosure Day, Toy Story 5, Digger, and Violent Night 2.
So before we go any further, the fact that Cheyenne said the last 4 are ones that I picked works out very well for this off.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Anyway, continue. So you go through your 4.
Disclosure Day, I'm very excited about. Out of these 4, probably Disclosure Day being my top that I'm most excited for, because there's next to no knowledge of what this is about. And it's Steven Spielberg. He's keeping it very hush-hush. They have shown a trailer, but even that doesn't give much away. But they are trying to keep it under wraps as best as possible, so I really do appreciate that. Toy Story 5, I put a question mark next to it because I'm excited to see Toy Story. I don't know if I'm excited for a 5th movie, so I'm hoping that it plays out well, because I know it has to do with smartphones and stuff.
iPad.
Well, smartphones, smart devices, and
yeah.
tablets, yeah. Digger is actually one of the first Tom Cruise movies in years that it is not tied to Top Gun or Mission Impossible or a major franchise. So I'm excited to see an action movie with Tom Cruise that's just an original story. And then Violent Night 2, we loved Violent Night.
Yep.
It was a movie that I wanted to watch every Christmas. We kind of just didn't, but that's okay. But Violent Night 2, I'm very excited just to see, for sure.
For me, Disclosure Day I'm excited for, but I'm cautiously excited for, because the last Steven Spielberg movie we didn't watch because it wasn't that entertaining for us.
Oh, yeah.
But I've heard it was phenomenal. For us at the time, it was not a movie that we were excited for in particular. I think it was The Feldmans, right? Something like that. I can't remember. Anyway,
The Feynmans?
something like that.
Yeah.
I'll keep it on. I'll put it on the screen if we get it wrong. Toy Story 5, exactly what Cheyenne said. I'm excited to see Toy Story, but I don't know how Toy Story 5 is going to be, and if it's going to be even worth it, or if it's going to be just useless.
Yeah.
Digger, I'm not excited for, because I literally don't know what it's about. Cheyenne even gave me a quick description of the movie before we recorded this, and I still don't know what it is.
It's mainly because it's Tom Cruise outside of a big franchise.
That's why I'm not excited for it, because I don't know how Tom Cruise. The only thing, which is funny because this is going to be the second episode in a row we mention it. The only movie series that isn't Top Gun or Mission Impossible that I care about Tom Cruise literally at all for was Tropic Thunder, and I thought he was so funny in
I've
Tropic
only
Thunder.
seen it maybe once.
I've seen it 4 times at least, and he's so funny in it each time. And then Violent Night 2, exactly what Cheyenne said. We love the first one. I'm excited for the second one. I don't know what the second one's going to be about, really, but
I did read a synopsis. I can't remember right now, but
all right. So the last 4, like Cheyenne said, is she's not excited for it at all. I am super excited for all 4 of these movies for different reasons. So I'll probably talk about this more than Cheyenne will.
I'll still have my say.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Supergirl, and Dune 3. The Super Mario movie, I really loved the Super Mario Brothers movie, and so the Super Mario Galaxy one, I also loved that game when I was a kid, and so I'm just excited to see more Mario in different things and how that'll stretch into the universe that it is. I don't understand. I just have a couple people are saying that it's not following the timeline. It's a Mario movie. There's not really a fucking timeline. I don't know. Get that out of your heads if you have that in your head. Then it was what was the other one? Devil Wears Prada 2. I really, really, really liked the Devil Wears Prada.
You remember the first one?
100%.
I saw it once, and I remember liking it, but hell no if I remember what it was about. I just know it's a fashion diva.
I'm not going to go through what the first one's about.
No, but it's
essentially,
whatever.
I really liked it. I thought to me, when I was younger, I thought that was Helen Mirren's best movie. I kind of still on that thing.
The Queen.
I've never seen The Queen.
Oh,
so
she plays the Queen. But I will say also, I don't think the new Princess Diaries is coming out in 2026.
I was just thinking that too.
Because I'm like, wait a second. But that I'd be excited for.
Sure. I would be excited for that too.
Yeah. Nothing against the cast. But I low-key don't like Meryl Streep.
I when I was younger, I thought this was Meryl Streep's best performance. So I was super excited for this movie. Anne Hathaway I like, and then I loved Emily Blunt. Oh, and
Stanley Tucci.
Thank you.
Oh, interesting though that you like a fashion movie like this.
It was really good. I thought it was really captivating.
Interesting.
Supergirl, similar to Superman. I'm excited to see Jason Momoa back in a DC movie as Lobo, and I know what Lobo is, so I'm really excited to see how they're going to do his character any justice. But I'm also excited to see Supergirl and see how she's going to fit into this world at large,
especially with with James Gunn behind it. So
and are they going to add crypto in it, or are they going to show this as that in between in the movie?
Oh, she was at the end of Superman, right? I'm still not excited, but
and then I know why I didn't put Dune 3 on there. I'm excited for Dune 3 because I actually really, really like the Dune series.
You fell asleep in the second one.
But that doesn't mean I didn't like the series. I was tired at one point of the movie. Not because it was a bad movie. It wasn't bad. I was just really, really excited for it.
Too long.
It's long. That's the only downside to the series, is that it's so long.
Only thing I'm excited for, actually I am excited. It's the same day as Avengers Doomsday, so they have nicknamed it Doomsday. Yeah. That makes me very happy.
But there's no way we're watching both on the same day. That's going to be
Why not? We've done long movies together before.
It's going to be like an 8-hour kind of thing.
That's our day off.
If we're taking a day off to watch them.
Friday.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, but yeah, those were all the movies that we're anticipating for the year to come. There's definitely ones that we're missing. Let us know which ones you are expecting or anticipating to see. If we mention the one that you're anticipating to see, like I know Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out next year. We haven't seen the one, so I don't know what to expect.
There's a lot. There's
so
Verity's coming out. There's a lot.
Wuthering
Heights, Sense and Sensibility. Yeah, we could keep going, but this is our list.
Yeah, this is what we're excited for, or me or Cheyenne.
Mostly combined for the most part.
I think there's like 6-7 movies that we're not, but
yeah.
Finally, now that all the movie shit is out of the way, I kind of want to talk about our first year in this podcast, because holy shit, it's been a year.
It has been a year.
52 episodes, one literally releasing last week.
It finally got released. That's a big news, actually, is that Ricky was able to get the editing done on our lost episode, if you will, of Superman, which, if you didn't know or are just joining in for the first time, what have you, way back when it came out, we had filmed the episode, it was fully done, whatever. Our hard drive broke that had the footage that we needed. So we essentially started from scratch and was able to upload it fully.
We got it. It's all
by
there
the
now.
end of the year.
It's all worked out. We've got it now. It's up now. Even the day that I uploaded it, there was an error in the actual rendering, and that episode just didn't want to come out. So we got it up. It's out now. You can watch it now. All 52 episodes are out, not missing a beat. Now you can literally watch it week by week by week. And man, like, it's just crazy that we did a full year, even throwing in our vacation time in there. Even though I know, so one thing I will say is this year we do have some major stuff coming for us personally. So there may be a couple weeks where we don't record an episode. We will let you know in advance.
And we'll let you know why in that moment, too.
Yeah. But like right now, it's just the plan is that every week, if we can record an episode, we will record an episode. If something happens or we can't record an episode, we are not going to be stressing ourselves out to record an episode. We are just going to do our best to try to record every single week. And if we don't, We'll catch up the week after, or
we'll just do all the movies in one episode.
Yeah,
but
we'll do it.
I think that was the one thing in review is that for me, I got worried that we'd miss an episode because for me, I'm like, oh, I just wanted to like sleep in. I'm like, oh no, we gotta go see a movie or whatever. And I think that's why we were tired a lot of the time too, because we were not cramming it in, but we have a work schedule. We're both full time, so we're like, we have to make time to work, see family, see friends, and film and see the movies. So I think we were trying to find a happy medium. And for me, I felt bad because at the beginning I was like stressing out and like probably making you anxious too. Because I'm like, I want to do this podcast. I'm like, what do I do? What do we do? What do we do? I know Ricky found his groove really fast. For me, I always seem like a bitch or apprehensive or arms crossed. I'm not. If I ever cut him off, for instance, it's not that. It's my brain is like going 10 times a minute. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's talk about that. So for us in how we communicate, we're very different in a professional setting than we are in a private setting. Like for us in this, and no, but it's
you're
always
right.
been
No,
true.
no, it's funny 'cause
Like,
you're right.
And so me and Cheyenne have also, when me and Cheyenne met, we were working together. And we've worked it together for almost every job up until the last couple recent ones.
Up until the last like 4 years.
When I left Starbucks to do what I'm doing now, and when Cheyenne left Starbucks to do what she's doing now, that was kind of it. Like after that, we haven't worked with each other since.
Oh yeah, so it's been 4 years.
Yeah. So, but up until then, we got married in the time of
us working together.
Moving together, the whole thing. Like we've done it all together. We got married, and then after we married was the first time we didn't work together. Mm-hmm. And then so we are very well able to put not our personal feelings aside. We still love each other. That's not what I mean. But like our relationship is very much not second, but we want to keep things professional. And then have our moment to our moments.
Yeah, so if we banter, or if I'm like, no, you're wrong, or he's like, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And I might look mad. He might look mad or annoyed or irritated. I may roll my eyes. It's all professional, but it's also our opinion and how we feel in that moment. It doesn't change how I feel about him. It's just the podcast as a whole.
Yeah, and then how I am when it comes to like opinions is not that I've challenging her opinion because I think her opinion's wrong. No, your opinion is your opinion. You're absolutely entitled
outside of this podcast, he's actually very intelligent with debates and stuff. So like he likes to debate, which is no shame to him.
No, I think for me, it's like I'm always curious to know why your opinion is your opinion, and I want to dissect it. And it's not necessarily dissected to dismantle it. It's just dissected to understand it. And but it comes off as trying to break apart an opinion, and I know that it does that online too. And so it's very much just. Especially because this whole podcast is opinion-based, and it's our opinion-based. When I don't agree with Cheyenne, and when Cheyenne doesn't agree with me, we let each other know right away in the podcast.
But sometimes you'll be like, why? Or I'm curious, why? Right. Sometimes I don't have an answer. So I may be like, I just didn't like it. I can't give you a full-fleshed reason. And I do this outside of the podcast as well, and I know it drives them bonkers. But sometimes I genuinely just don't like something. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't need a freaking reason. I just didn't like it. I don't need to explain myself any further. But that's because you're very curious, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, I'm not as curious, and I'm like, if I don't like it, I don't like it.
I have a very analytical brain, and so my brain is always going to go, ooh, what is the reasoning for this? Especially because I have a degree in science. So my brain is...
Microbiology. Don't get it. Well, no, that's great.
No, not microbiology.
Oh, biology. Sorry.
Yeah, biology.
My bad. It's science.
It's. I have a degree in science, so it's biology and chemistry are typically my main two, and so it's always breaking down to get to the root of something, to figure out how things work, how things get to to become things in life, right? And so when it comes to opinions, I just my brain runs the same way, and so it's like I understand her opinion. Like for example, her saying that Better Man this year to me is better than The Long Walk is for me like that makes no sense to me. So why? Like why do you think Better Man is better than The Long Walk?
Because they both left a lasting impression on me. But I felt so much emotion with both. Like I don't have a good reason, but something about Better Man, it was one of the first movies this year where I was like, wow, this left such an impression on me. it has to be up near the top.
Fair. And I would still disagree with that. For me, it was but
exactly, and that's sometimes like it may sound mad about that too.
Yeah, but like anyway, like we are really happy with how the podcast turned out. I actually think that we've grown a lot from the beginning.
I mean, we were lucky to get a viral video with Mark Hamill.
Which honestly, shout out to Mark Hamill.
Once again, I mean, The Life of Chuck. Really? Again, it's my number one, not for that reason, but it's number one because it's an absolutely brilliant movie, and he boosted that one video by leaps and bounds. It was so interesting to see that.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, I'm very happy from our audio improving to the recordings improving to our look. Funny enough that we're not wearing our hoodies today, but like our look being kind of consistent as well. And then getting the lighting to fit the way we want it to fit. And everything just kind of worked out better. We are always trying to improve more. Like, we're probably going to get more cameras so that way you get a wide shot of me and Cheyenne in one shot. Surprise.
Probably switch the style, maybe how we're sitting in the future.
If things change situationally for us, we might have a whole new setup look for it.
Which is in our plans for the new year, is that'll be a new thing. Well, hopefully some like upgrades with technology or layout, what have you.
Yeah, like there might not be a table at one point. There might be a couch at one point. We might get tablets instead of the computer for each of us at one point. We might, I don't know. There's so much plans in my brain that we can make work. So yeah, like when it comes to next year, one of the things that we were trying to do is trying to maybe invite guests and do it guests, and maybe we can try to invite some famous people on here, and or even just filmmakers locally and try to maybe pick their brain that way or something. We're trying to get it so that way we get more visibility for this podcast, and if that means, I don't know, inviting people or taking risks, we're probably going to upload more reels as well, or TikToks. I'm going to try to upload them all on Facebook, Instagram, all the whole bit. More. It's just a lot to upload, but I gotta get into the rhythm of doing it. But yeah, guys, like there's a lot we're excited for. I think our first year is kind of a good learning curve for us, and hopefully in this next year we'll get more following. But yeah.
Well, if you want to follow us along for the coming year or listen in on some previous stuff, we are on everything. We have Facebook, Twitter /X, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify and YouTube have audio and video versions of all the full-length podcasts. And then for short-form content, we have Reels on Instagram, we have Shorts on YouTube, and we have Reels on TikTok. Letterboxd is our full diary of all our entries, starting from the beginning of when we started this podcast. They're all listed there on a rating from 1 to 5. On our podcast, we do it a rating of 1 to 10, so we average it out on there. But all the posters, if you want to know more about the movies, are on there. Take and make the effort to go to the theater to see these movies if there are any still out. When you see this, please make that effort. Please go to the theater.
Yeah.
Make it an experience for the whole family. It is worth it. It is not a cult of seeing the movies. It's being and enjoying an experience outside of the house on a phone.
Yeah, and then this episode and every other episode of the podcast is just our opinions, and so we want to hear from you. Please share it with everyone you know, and rate us, whatever you want to rate us. Comment what you want to comment, the whole bit. We just want to engage with people. We want people to know. We want to know other people's opinions. We want to hear people's opinions for us, the whole bit. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and
we'll see you at the movies next year.
See you there. Bye.
Happy New Year.